Hi everyone, it's Kaz back with your channel. Welcome back to another video on my channel. Today I'm going to be doing a season review for the Hawthorn Football Club for 2021. Now, if you're returning Kaz Magpies, welcome, but if you are new to the channel and you're watching this for the first time, like, comment and subscribe. It means the world to me. So, Hawthorn, I had them 13th. I thought they would jump up the ladder a little bit. They've done a really good job, I think, this year, because they've won 7 games. Thirty losses and a draw. No, 2 draws. So the draw that they had was Richmond and Melbourne. They lost to Melbourne the first time round. But I think Clarkson's got them playing really good football. That they really have. To the point is, the way it was messy, the way how Hawthorn handle it, that situation, and as much as possible. And I have to say, like, I don't know how Hawthorn are going to play. What's at stake next year? Are they going to cover this a little bit further, or does Sam Mitchell can add more layers onto that game plan? I feel, but Sean Berglund's last, retirement, and a huge shout out to him. I think it's a season when you gotta start looking for positives for this, because to draw with Richmond, and there are negatives in their performances as well, and just like any other game, like I think they've lost to Geelong, I'm pretty sure, but they tend to play well against teams anyway that's above them. They did lose to Carlton, but I feel like with the Carlton game, Clarkson has a smart game plan. Does it against us every time. And I think Clarkson can work out on what we're going to do, and he can stop that. And we have struggled with that personally on that. But we need to be better. It's all about how we're going to go through that period of that. Hawthorn's have bogey teams, just like GWS, and I think with Hawthorn, I think the good records that they've beaten, like they've beaten the Western Bulldogs, had a close result against Geelong, if you can say that itself. Like, it's always a very good game to see. Lost to Richmond the first time, but it wasn't a bad game. It wasn't a bad game. Like, there would have been the negatives on that. The positive as it is, and they lost to Melbourne the first time, which you can say that could be a negative, but they drew with Melbourne the second time around. And I think when you draw with Melbourne and Richmond and you beat the Bulldogs, Collingwood, Sydney Swans as well on top of that, which again, like, you don't expect that from Clarkson at all. Like, you rarely done. I think that's a pretty decent season. I think the 2 draws that they had, you think the game against Melbourne they should have lost, and the game against Richmond they should have lost. To sneak out a draw, I think you can go into a season thinking, shit, this is the future of the club. Like, we got some players so that can really play on and play the roles for 2022. So I think that's why. So I think that's how I see it anyway. But I feel like there are a strong chance of being top 14. So out of their season, even though they dropped, I think, one spot, I think because basically the wins that they've had, like I think they've lost to Paul. I feel like this is a team that you can say that they're going to be up there for a while. Like, they started their rebuild, they accepted their medicine. Now, personal opinion, and I've got nothing against Hawthorn, I think they needed to rebuild after 2016 season. 2016 season was the year when you fall short, and originally won the 3-peat, which impressive as it is, but you got to keep playing. And you made the exit with the players like Jordan Lewis, Sam Mitchell, Luke Hodge. Gradually you want to see that improvement, but I think you bring in guys like Jago Mira, Tom Mitchell as well. You need to probably cull some of the players, and Sean Berglund was the first one I think that did retire. They might need to make 2 or 3 more changes to the list. I still think next year they might be competitive, and if they can jump off and get a couple picks in the draft, I think you can turn them into like the futures of the club. I really do. So basically the fact alone that they might have like 1 or 2 more losses, but I think as the season goes on, I think you might see them actually get that confidence of believing in themselves, because it might take a while with Sam Mitchell if he wants a new game plan, or he's going to add more layers. So I think by that, I think that's going to be interesting itself. So the out of 10 ratings, I'm going to give him a 6. I feel like that's, to me, a good start. Maybe we're going to say, why is that? Because Hawthorn know where they're at. But to be a team like Sydney, Collingwood Bulldogs, that's pretty damn impressive. So I think that's how we're going to have it as well for that. But let me know what you think in the comments below. Like, comment, and subscribe. Till next time, go the Mighty Pies. And as usual, see you in another predictions video.